feel-good workout. This workout is for all ages and abilities. I'm streaming live on my YouTube channel. I also have an amazing Zoom community that I can see live. If you'd like to join us on Zoom, please go straight to my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com. I have a free newsletter which will send you all the details directly to you. This covers my whole Feel Good Fitness prescription as outlined in my best-selling book, The Feel Good Fix, which you can grab a copy of if you haven't. And we're going to start straight in today with a bit of mobility. So really good for when you've got joint pain. I would love you all, if you don't have a resistance band, to grab maybe a pair of tights, even a towel, maybe a little longer towel, or even a gown tie or a belt will do. We're going to try and work through to keep our joints nice and supple, keep them moving, keep them nice and mobile. Lots of you will know my signature move is the shoulder floss. This is a great one to do seated or standing. So I'm going to demonstrate all the moves seated or standing, because this workout is for all ages, all levels, all abilities. The goal is to try and lift the band up and over, ideally nice and symmetrical with straight arms. But I want you to do this in front of a mirror, ideally daily. Please feel free to bend the arms, maybe not go all the way round. See what your range of movement is in this lovely ball and socket joint. Our shoulders. So check, are you nice and even? If you've got a long band, you can go nice and easy by holding it wider. So I encourage you to get something nice and long. A pair of old tights is what I encourage during the pandemic, and then use your breath. So breathing in and out, we have our breath snacks to calm the body and the mind, but we can use breathing throughout the exercises. Now, some of you have been doing this for a little while, about a minute or so. Can you feel a little burn in your arms, your shoulders? That's the lactic acid. We're starting to use the muscles. So it's resistance training, which you know I'm very passionate about, strength training for all ages and abilities. We'll give it a little rest there. Give that a little shake out. We're going to do another lovely one, which is great for your rotator cuff. You might feel it in your biceps and your shoulders, seated or standing. If you don't have a band, you could even hold 2 tin cans here as little weights, but a little bit of resistance would be great. So elbows tucked in. You know my desk snack from my book, so that's imagining that desk shape, bringing the shoulders up, back and down. We can redo that in all the exercises, so we've got lovely posture, engaging our stomach muscles, even engaging your pelvic floor, which has its own detailed exercise snack. These little bite-sized amounts I want you to do throughout the day. So this is a nice one. We're going to try and keep it quite loose, keeping your elbows glued in. You're going to try and move your straight forearms and your straight wrists just out to the side, just out and in. So breathing out on the hard part, squeezing in. If you're not able to stand, you know I've had care homes use these workouts. That's my goal, that it becomes part of their weekly activity programs. I want exercise to be accessible to all ages and levels. So seated or standing, but even if you're working from home, most of us with desk jobs have we're seated for 10 hours a day on average in the UK. But this is going to be a great one for you to just sprinkle in through your day. Can you start feeling that? So hopefully your range will increase. I can feel that quite a lot in my biceps here, but we may feel it in different areas. So practice that one, and hopefully over time, your wrists nice and straight will come a little bit further round. So if you dropped the band or the belt or whatever you're using your tights, just try this where you're really trying to open out. Now we've done it with the band. It's this range of movement where we're gluing the elbow in, and it's the rotator cuff. So if you're playing sports, if you've got grandchildren, children playing tennis or golf, this is a lovely one to do. We can use the band or your tights again. We're going to do a nice arm opener. So these are all little drills you can do anytime. We're opening opposite We're breathing out, we're lengthening the spine. So often we're rounding our spines, either from sedentary lifestyle, from phones, technology, laptops, watching TV. We're going to try and really work on our posture. That's going to reduce back and neck pain. And this one's a lovely opener for your chest. I really like this one. It's a great one, like you're waking up all the muscles in your body, opening out. Let's do one more and bringing that back in. Amazing work. We are going to move into a little bit of movement now. So we're going to sprinkle in little cardio snacks today. I'm giving you some options. So if you can start with a little march on the feet. We know we can get our steps in from indoors, from everywhere. So even when you're seated on the sofa, watching TV at night, you can move those arms. You can add some little tin cans in your hands, maybe as little weights or little dumbbells, just something really light. We use tin cans, plastic bottles. I don't want there to be any barriers to movement, so we can just grab safe household objects. We're going for about a minute today, and the minute is going to be the theme today in some of our exercises. A minute sounds easy, but I want you to build up to a minute and then come back to this workout and think about ways you can progress, either by adding some weight, some heavier weight, maybe adding a rucksack on your back. That's a great one to really add a little bit of extra weight to your marching, your walking, and we're raising the heart rate. We've probably got about 10 seconds. I haven't put the timer on this one, but smile everyone. You are getting your heart rate up, hopefully nice and warm now for the rest of the workout. Let's relax there. So I want to talk today a little bit of focus around grip strength. So while I'm talking, find an exercise that works for you. You could keep marching, or you could even add in some heel raises here. So I'm just lifting my heels up and down. The calf muscles are great for controlling your blood sugar levels. You know, this is one of the things I talk about in the book, about moving after meals and how we can control our blood sugar levels. So heel raises, if you do those while I explain about grip strength. Grip strength is one of the key indicators for longevity. If you're good at balance, you can try, but keep a little ward ear. You can stand up and do these as well, or you could go to the back of your chair or your wall and hold on while I'm talking. So grip strength. I'm going to be posting a video on my Instagram about women in their 40s to try and aim to carry up to 70% of their body weight for a minute. And when I post that, I was thinking, how can I share grip exercises with people of all ages and abilities? Because it's quite tough to hold 70% of your body weight for a minute. I've tried it myself. So I got Mummy to hold some shopping bags. So think about when you're shopping and you're carrying even weights. Sometimes you have to walk upstairs, and you can practice by just carrying a light load. I don't expect you, maybe in your 60s, 70s and 80s, to be able to do 70% of your body weight in your hands. But I want to show some really easy ways that we can improve our grip strength. We have to think about how we age. We want to be able to open tin cans, open the car door, all the things that we use for our movements day to day, and grip strength is a key indicator of a long life. So how are we going to stay independent? I asked everyone on Zoom if you could grab a towel. So what we're going to do is a little towel. If you haven't got a towel, even like your top or your jumper, a towel's quite good, a little hand towel. If you can go and grab one for me, that would be amazing. And we're going to pretend, a lot of you may do these if you're cleaning in the house, we're going to start wringing the towel. So imagine it's really wet, and we want to try and start wringing that water out of your material. Like I'm sure lots of you have done lots of cleaning over your time. You know, if we're cleaning windows, our bathrooms, all of the glass in our house. And I want to have a little bit of fun with this. I'm loving everyone on Zoom. I'm actually going to just take a little clip here because this is brilliant to see everyone just having a little go, wringing their towels, yeah? Can you feel your hands? It's great. You could do this seated or standing. You can keep a little towel by your sofa. Can you feel your hands are having to move in so many different directions? Your fingers are working. It's helping with maybe arthritis in the hands. I've read research around just moving our fingers, and a towel is so accessible. This is just a great little way to practice a little bit of grip, yeah? We want to keep these hands working for as long as possible. Now I know you could be marching on the spot doing this as well if you want to keep your heart rate up, but this is a little bit different today. I'm going to show you just some different exercises. Keep going with that one. Another idea, if you did have a tennis ball or even one of those stress balls, so don't worry if you don't have one, is to maybe keep that with you and see either little squeezes to begin with, or you could try and squeeze it for longer. So if you think you've got something there, I wouldn't recommend an orange because we don't want that to burst everywhere, but maybe a little stress ball. One other one is to hold tight for as long as you can. So if you haven't got anything, my mum, Kumisha, is already practicing here. I can see you holding your fist tight. So maybe we all just try and hold our fist tight for about 10 seconds. So if you haven't got the ball, let's just squeeze our hands into that fist shape, seated or standing, squeezing it in. Lovely. I think we've got I think Eunice's wife is using a nice bit of fruit there, which it looks nice. It's a mango, good, but it looks nice and ripe. Not ripe, so which is a good idea. Let's hold on and squeeze for about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow. So I can feel the difference, obviously holding a tennis ball, and I can see Andrew also has got some things in his hand. Some of you have as well. Can you feel the difference? Obviously we'd have to even out on the other hand, but this is just little things, little snacks that I want you to do just to practice your grip strength. Another one is maybe to use a cushion. Was another idea. So I had a cushion on the back of my chair. It reminded me that this is nice and soft, but while you're watching TV, you could just be squeezing in and out. And I know that arthritis is quite common in hand. We want to keep these fingers moving, but they help us with everything we do, our chopping, our lifting, our carrying, everything we do day to day. We are using our hands and we want to maintain independence for as long as possible. So here I'm just having a nice squeeze. It's actually quite nice and therapeutic. Maybe before bed, you could just have a little squeeze. You're feeling touch. It feels nice. You could grab your favorite cushion and keep using your grip strength. So I can feel my hands. Give them a little release, maybe a little shake out. I used to learn this in Indian dancing in Kathak, which was a movement of all my fingers alternating them in and out. Can you see that? This reminds me of my younger days in my Indian dance classes. The next one I want to show you for grip strength, you're going to grab probably tin cans or very light dumbbells. We do our bicep curls. This is going into a bit of strength training now. So our bicep curls, to remind you all, your desk reset snack as outlined in my book. It's just got QR codes to all the videos. So if you don't know these snacks, check them out. Elbows glued in. Wrists are nice and straight. So whenever you pick a weight, make sure your wrist isn't bending. It stays nice and straight. You can do this seated or standing. We're going to do the bicep curl first, coming up. But then we're going to turn our palms away from us at the top. So they're facing forward. And then bring that weight down. Then we're going to turn the palms back to the beginning, outwards, lifting up, twisting the other side and down. Good. So I want my mum, I can see on Zoom, to keep her elbows in nice and close to the body. So they're almost glued in because we're targeting these muscles, but this is called a Zottman curl. It's a funny name. It must be after someone that invented this little exercise. This is proven to help with grip strength as well. And obviously people could go heavier with the weight. So my elbows are glued into my sides, and then I keep twisting. I come up, then I twist the palms away, and I go down in a different position. So it feels different. It's actually working my forearm on the way down as well. Can you feel that? So we're going to do about 10 of these up and down. I'm showing you a variety of exercises today because this grip strength test that I'm going to put on my social media, I want this to be little ideas that everyone can do to improve their grip strength. Up and down and relax. Brilliant. The last one we're going to practice is holding a weight, and maybe if you've got a little bit of space, if you haven't, you can just hold your weight. You can even march on the spot if you're not able to stand. But if you are able to stand, I'd love you all to get up. We're going to walk forwards and back. Maybe if you need support, you stay by the wall. But hopefully, if you can, we're going to walk forwards and back for about a minute. Now, if you've decided to walk backwards like I have, that's fine, which is great because it's testing your balance. It's also great for your knees, walking backwards, depending on the space that you've got. Or you could actually walk forwards, turn around and come back. Now, these weights are pretty light for me when I'm talking about the goal of 70% of my body weight in this study that is talking about grip strength for women in their 40s and 50s, especially going through the menopause. So I'm going to just pick up a heavier weight because I'm going to just do this with you based on my ability. You think about what weight you can use. So I'm going to practice a bit of backwards walking, which is great. Little challenge. Let's do about 10 more seconds up and down, holding a weight. Can you feel your grip strength? So we're focusing because you're having to hold something for about a minute. Think about your shopping. Think about the things that you want to be able to do as you're aging, as we're all getting older, how we want to maintain our functional movements in life, and then we will give it there. So that was quite a bit on grip. How does that feel? There's probably about 5 exercises there that I showed you around grip strength. So well done, everyone. We're going to just let it all out with a little bit of star jumps. So you know we can do these seated or standing. We're going to do a little bit of a cardio snack, a little bit to raise our heart rate. Have a bit of space. Make sure you've got nothing near you. If you know what I'm talking about already, you know my mother-in-law usually demonstrates these seated. You could give yourselves a lovely clap. You can do single or double leg. We keep everything low impact on these workouts because I want them to be accessible to everyone. That means days when you're feeling tired, any beginners to exercise, when you are boiling the kettle. I've been doing star jumps all week when I go and make my coffee in the morning, and it is literally 10 seconds. But there's a study in my book, 4 seconds of higher intensity activity, even that counts. Just know the more snacking you do, exercise snacking through the day, it's as effective, if not more effective, than the hour-long workout that we can't fit in. We've gone for quite a while. I'm challenging you today for about a minute of all these exercises and relax. Woo, super work. Has your heart rate come up? We're going into a little circuit just of about 3 or 4 exercises that we're going to do for about a minute, like I've said. We're going to start with our squats or sit and stands. I will put a timer on, but if you want to practice a few while I demonstrate all the levels in case there's anyone new to our workouts. So if you're not able to stand for whatever reason, even if you're working from home and stuck on your desk, I want you to always do leg extensions. These are brilliant for keeping our knees nice and strong. These are working our quadricep muscles, the front of your thighs that help to support your knees. So it's going to build knee strength up as well. And I hear a lot about knee pain. Remember, there's a workout on my YouTube channel, the 10-minute knee strengthening exercises on the popular workout playlist that are physio approved. So that's level 1. You could hold out for longer, or let's do a few to warm up the muscles. You can lift the knee up, extend and in, keeping that knee lifted, out and in, maybe 5 on each leg. So can we do 5 on one side and then 5 on another, extending and in. So I'm seated, my back is straight, my stomach muscles are engaged, and then we're going to do the other side. Can you feel that? Because I've lifted the knee up towards my chest, then I'm extending. If that's too difficult, you place the foot lower down. But this is quite a nice one because I can feel my stomach muscles having to work as well. My back is nice, and I can really feel my legs. Did you all feel that one? Second level is to hold on to the chair. I call them sit and stands because you have support. Your knees are just at about going outwards and your feet are just over shoulder width. Your knees always go out. In line, same direction as your toes. I've come all the way up, but if you needed support, you just come up a few inches up and down. So those are your options. We're going to set a timer. For those of you that have done my workouts before, please select a nice weight. That is the key for muscle mass, for our longevity, for so many reasons. We're building our muscle mass up. So grab a weight, and I'm going to set the timer. Some of you have started, I know, but hold on a second. And if you can't do a full minute, you stop and start, and that's your goal. That's why you can come back to this workout. We are going now. Let's go for a minute. We're just doing sit and stands. Exhaling, inhaling. I can see my toes every time I'm standing up. So my knees are staying back, they're protected. Squeeze your glutes, your bottom at the top. Really hold your core in. This is working your stomach as well. You could be doing leg extensions. Any of the exercises I demonstrated, we're doing a minute is the goal. We're halfway. Breathe out and in. Go nice and slow and controlled on the way down as well. I love sit and stands because anytime you're sitting, you can think about sprinkling in 5 or 10 of these. Woo! I'm getting nice and out of breath. Think about your form. We've got less than 10 seconds to go. Can you manage the minute with me today? 3, 2, and 1. Yay! Well done, everyone. So let me know if you did a minute. Give me some thumbs up on my Zoom community. Are you out of breath? So think about your heart rate. We were doing star jumps, but I am as out of breath doing those because I'm using a nice heavy weight. I want you to try and build your weights up gradually over time. Doesn't have to be super heavy. You could have a rucksack on your back. You can hold some laundry bottles, some tin cans, but think about coming back to this workout and progressing the weight that you use. If you found that easy, you need to hold something a little bit heavier to make it challenging. Just march it out. Next exercise is our press-ups. I would love you, if you're advanced, I don't show floor options in this workout, but I do have them all in my book with QR codes to videos. So if you're advanced, I want you to go to your kitchen tabletop or your table or something against the wall for a lower option. Otherwise, the wall is the best place to start if you're able to stand. And if you're not able to stand, I'm going to show you the seated press up, which you could sprinkle in as well. But we're going to do a minute, so you can hold on tight just for a little second or two. Just do some shoulder rolls or get ready for whichever level you're choosing. I'm bending my elbows, even seated, pushing away. If you're against the wall, You're going to keep your body in a lovely straight line. So you are not going to bend at the waist. You're going to keep everything nice and straight. I'm just going to try and demonstrate quickly for you without mummy. I'm going to try and get all these levels. My hands are at shoulder height. I'm bending at the elbows and I'm bringing my whole body in a straight line towards the wall or your surface and away. We're going to do about a minute. It might be hard. You roll out your wrists, stop and start if you need to, because we normally only do 10 or 12. So let's have a little challenge. Don't worry if you can't do it all in one go. Let's get going with our press up. So I'm going to do some against the wall. I'd love to do them a little bit lower against the tabletop. Breathing in, exhale, squeezing back. Think about your stomach muscles, your belly button's drawn in towards your spine. We're targeting all of our upper body muscles. So building strength in our arms. Inhale, exhale. To make it harder against the wall, you can move further away. Keep going, keep going. You're 25 seconds left. I hope everyone that's able to stand has got up to do their press ups, because this is one I want you to do every time you're cooking. Sprinkle them in. Some of you are doing them seated. Well done. 10 seconds if you need a little rest. Please rest. Rejoin if you want. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that was hard. That was hard. I did have a little stop there myself just to check everyone on Zoom. So super well done. Did you manage to do a minute of press ups? Yeah. I know my mum did them seated. Did you feel them seated even? Because we're thinking about upper body strength. So our lower body king exercise is the squats or the leg extensions, and the upper body is your press ups. Think about adding a little goal in this week. Every time you make that coffee or the kettle's boiling, could you do star jumps, squats, or press ups? Any of those would be good. My mum is also inspiring me on Zoom. A few little neck rolls. We have all of these exercises in our mobility sections of these workouts, but every week is different. As you know, there's over 500 workouts or so saved on my channel, so please go back and use them frequently during the week. Okay, so that was our little minute's rest. We will give our hands a little roll out. We're going to do a last exercise for a minute. Now, what I want you to think about is your heel raises, to show you how effective they can be. We're going to do heel raises. If you're good at balance and you do it standing, but always have some wall near you. I don't want anyone falling over, but we're going to add in our swimming. And if you could add in a little bit of weight to make it a bit more of a strength swimming, a bit of virtual swimming, tin cans are perfect and very accessible. We're going to do heel raises and swimming. You can do this seated, but I would love you all to stand up if you're able to stand up. We are going again for a minute. You stop and start. This is like a little minute's test. And let's go. So we're swimming the arms, breaststroke. We're lifting the heels up and down. Lift, lift, lift the heels. So we're working our calves, our soleus muscles. We're having a nice little virtual swim here. Imagine you are in the ocean. The sun is on your back. You're free. I know we're all in our homes, but this is the power of visualization. And we're working our arms. We're breathing. I can feel that in my heels. I'm sure you can feel it seated as well. Lifting onto your toes. Lift the heels up and down. Swimming through. We got about 15 seconds. My arms are feeling it. Are yours? Because even with little tin cans, we've done our press-ups, a big move. So all our muscles have already been fatigued a little bit. Keep going if you can. A few more. Yay, we made it. How was it? So, those are your 3 exercises. We're going to try and run from the top. 4 exercises. We've got the star jumps, which I'm going to time this time. We've got the squats or leg extensions. We've got your press ups. Ideally, everyone that can stand, please get up and do it against the wall. So seated is great, but if you're able to stand, you're going to feel it more against the wall. And if they were hard, you could always go from the wall back to seated. And then we've got our lovely swimming and heel raises. Are we ready for another little round? It's like a little circuit, 4 minutes if you think about it. You could do this circuit in your day, anytime, maybe once or twice a day. It would be so amazing to hit 11 minutes is the magic number. I'd love you to exercise 11 minutes where your heart rate is up. Are you out of breath like I am? Yes? Okay, so that is our timer. We had a minute rest. We're going to go for another minute now of star jumps. If anyone wants to add some safe tin cans in, feel free to add those in. We are seated or standing. I'll show you both. Let's go for our star jumps. Give yourselves a clap at the top. If you're able to stand, sorry, no jumping. We are doing low impact here, but I can go nice and fast. Then I could go a bit slower if I get tired, but do have a break. Give yourselves a clap. That's the full range of movement for your upper body, your arms. We're halfway. Keep breathing, keep smiling. You should have that lovely release of the endorphins now. You know you're amazing, so give yourselves a clap just by joining me, having the intention to move. I'm so proud of all of you. Keep going, we've got 10 seconds. Big claps, and 8, 7, count with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Now that was challenging. Second round was challenging, right? Give yourselves a minute just to breathe. Bring that heart rate down. Maybe have a few neck rolls, some wrist rolls, or just have a lovely little rest. How did you find that second round? I'd love you to pass little comments. Now we're going to think about our squats. So I want you in the next 30 seconds to grab the correct weight for you, where you really feel it. You're giving yourself that little extra challenge. You could keep a rucksack ready. When you're doing my workouts off YouTube, you could add a little heavier weight. Think about something safe that you can use. We're going to go in 15 seconds. Another option for a seated option is a leg extension with a hold, with a little weight out in front of you. That's tough. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. We are going up and down. Keep going, keep going. So holding your weight, exhale, squeeze up, and slowly down. Touch down and squeeze. Make sure your knees are going out in line with your toes. We're doing more repetitions, but I want you to do every single repetition with perfect form so that you are engaging all the right muscles and there's no injuries. We want to squeeze up and down. Woo, we are over halfway. Can you feel it? Keep your stomach muscles in, nice and strong. Check you can see your toes, so your knees are staying back and coming out. I can see some of you lifting a whole variety of weights on Zoom. Keep going, YouTube. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. 1 minute of squats. How was it? Give yourselves a little clap. You've got another minute now just to get yourself ready for your press up. So either you could do them seated with your hands against your thighs, but I would love you, including my mum, to get up, go to a wall, because this is just 1 minute out of your day. If you're able to join me, stand up. We're going to do it against the wall or against your kitchen counter, and we're going to do some lovely work on our upper bodies. So let's get going with the press ups, whatever level you're doing, seated or standing. We are going now. Let's get this minute done. I'm going to do a few here against the wall. If I had my kitchen counter, that's the perfect position. Now that's a bit easy for me, so I'm going to move further away from the wall to make it challenging. I want to make sure that all of you have a nice straight line from your head down to your heels, and really keep going. If you're seated, you're pushing, bending the elbows, pushing the body away with your breath out. Seated or standing. Well done, everyone. You've got about 20 seconds to go. Can you really feel it? Lovely work. Obviously stop and start if you need to. The minute is just a target. 10 seconds. Great work. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourselves a big clap. Super work. So, lots of you did really well on Zoom. I can see YouTube. Do let me know if you got your minute done. How are you feeling? Out of 10, 0 is you're asleep, relaxing, and 10 is I'm at my maximum effort. I can see, yep, my mum is a 7. Do you want to hold out on YouTube? Let me know in the comments. Out of 10, how you're feeling in terms of effort. Marian's a 7. Tarun Auntie's an 8. Brilliant. Andrew, you're about an 8 as well. So this is really good, guys. 80%. Well done. Ayush Auntie, Lal Uncle, Pudim Auntie, well done. Sonal, Marian. So many of you on Zoom. Ambujam Auntie, super work. So we are going to now go into our final little minute, which is our swim with or without a weight. If you're standing, you're going up and down with your heels, but you are balancing here. So just be careful. If you need to sit down, sit down. But if you're able to stand, let's try a few. Can everyone get up and just do a few? Maybe keep your chair or your wall near you. If you can, let's grab some weight. We're going in 3, so I'm grabbing my tin cans. 2 and 1. Let's go. Lifting the heels and down. This is virtual swimming. Yep, pretend you're in that beautiful ocean. We're working the arms. These are nice muscle strengthening exercises, especially if you're holding a light dumbbell or a light water bottle or some weights. Keep going. I'm going to upgrade mine to these dumbbells and really push myself. We've got just 25 seconds left. Can we keep going? Even if you're seated, lift the heels up, work those arms and the calf muscles. Lovely work. This is a great one to do after meals. If you can't get out for a lovely walk, you've got lots of ideas, especially calf raises, to help bring your balance in your sugar levels after your meals. Well done. Super work. Everyone, we have got just one final test while you recover. We're going to do our balance test. And you know, this is a really important test for our longevity and to reduce our risks of falls. I encourage everyone to read the targets. In my book on page 86, they're targets that are backed by science for your age group, and there's little progressions, ways you can progress. Try and brush your teeth on one leg. We're aiming for 10 seconds, because if you're unable to balance for 10 seconds, you're actually twice as likely to die in the next decade. I know that's very morbid, but it's just to send that alarm bell that balance is so important. And obviously, if you can't stand, I do have an option. I want you to still think about your leg strength. So that's going to help. You could just lift out a leg extension for as long as possible, 10 seconds even. I'm feeling that already. So we're going to do our balance with a bit of support, so make sure you've got your wall near you. I'm just going to read out, for example, for a 70 to 79-year-old age group, 20 with your eyes open is the goal, and maybe just 3 seconds with your eyes closed. But that's why I want you to have your sink when you're brushing your teeth to practice, or something to hold on to, because eyes closed is tough. So we're going to go for about a minute. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side today. So I'm just going to set the timer so we're accurate. So position yourself where you've got support, or if you're not able to stand, you're going to do your leg extension. And if you're able to, maybe challenge yourself, if you want to try, hold on and maybe just have your fingertips to close your eyes and see how it feels, yeah? This is a really important test, but just 10 seconds would be amazing. So don't worry about hitting 30 seconds, yeah? We're just going to try our best. We're going to go, and I'll let you know, you stop and start for that 30 seconds. Let's go, everyone. So just trying to balance. I'm going to try and come into a tree pose because I've been practicing mine a lot. Focus on a point. Really hold your stomach muscles in for stability. Deep breathing. Focus. You've done 20 seconds, so that is amazing. If anyone's managed to do that even. And now I am getting to 30 seconds. Now relax your leg. I want you to know that just 30 seconds is amazing, yeah? Give yourselves a little clap. If you even manage to do the 10, that is great. This is just for you, your personal targets. We're going to change to the other leg. Now, can you feel the leg that was taking your weight? You're building strength. You're actually helping to correct any muscular imbalances. If you've got sportsmen, runners, any children, grandchildren, playing sport especially, they need to be doing balanced snacks as well. So teach everyone around you. So let's go again in 3, 2, and 1 on the other leg. So do what you can, even if it's 10 seconds. I will tell you when you've hit 10 seconds. You've hit 10 seconds, that's amazing. If you need to stop and start, that's fine. And some days we're just wobbly, so don't worry if you can't do it. We are going for a little bit longer than this timer. Keep going if you can for just a little bit longer. 2 and 1, well done. 30 seconds, that's a little bit of an upgrade to what we usually do, our 10 seconds. But have a look in my book around the targets for your age, and there's lots of ways that you can progress. We have done super work today. The time has whizzed by, but we're going to finish with the most loveliest stretch. This is your moment of self-care to reduce risks of injuries. Don't run away. Stretching is just as important as everything else. So let's take a seat. We've done a variety of moves today. We are going to have maybe one or both legs. I fancy both legs out today. Nice and straight, toes flexed towards me. I'm going to lift my arms up, breathing in, lengthening the back, and then I'm bringing my chest towards my thighs. I'm going to place my hands wherever they can reach. It doesn't have to be your toes, it could be your shins, even your thighs. And I want you to relax there. One thing you can do with your towel that I know I asked you to use, if you can't reach your toes, is to wrap your band or your towel or your tights just around your soles of your feet, and then that way you can still bring your chest towards your thighs, but you've got just a little bit of reach, a little bit easier. And I want you to keep the legs as straight as possible so you feel a lovely stretch all the way down the backs of the legs towards the heels. We've done our calves. We want to stretch everything out, holding, breathing, where 3 deep breaths. Just taking our time to hold these, go a little bit deeper on your breath out. Inhale, exhale, stretching out the back, the arms, the full legs. This is just a great full body stretch if you're holding it. And then release. Well done, everyone. We're going to stretch out our chest because we did a lot of press-ups today. So super work. We did a lot of upper mobility with our band snack. We're just bringing our hands into the middle of your back. You're going to bring your elbows back and together. You can do this seated. This is a great one when you're rounding your backs, working hard, just to open out the chest, the pectoral muscles, squeezing, opening out wide. Well done. Take a few deep breaths because my heart rate is high from today's workout, and we're just bringing it all back down. Stretching is such a great form of self-care. I encourage you to do little stretch snacks, lots of variety and examples in my book and on my social media, of course. And release, that leads on beautifully to the Feel Good Hug, which you know has its own snack because it's so special. You're going to open out your arms, take a positive inhale, really arch your back. You can do this seated, lift through your chin, and then round your back. I want you to give yourself a bit of self-love, but create that C-shape in your spine, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under. Give yourself a little rub, a little pat on the back, because you're amazing taking part. I wish I could hug all of you. I invented these in the pandemic. I'm still doing virtual workouts, but sending you lots of virtual love. Breathe in, exhale, round again. Give yourselves another big hug from me, because you're amazing joining in today. I really hope you feel good. Feel better. We're going to finish with our feel good finish. We've worked our grip quite a bit, so just keep working your grip. Little new ideas that I try and sprinkle in every week. Let's take a nice big positive inhale, seated or standing, lift the arms up. Breathe in positivity, exhale, release any tension, negativity, stress. I hope you feel like it's all gone for now. The power of movement. And breathing in one final positive inhale. Capture that positivity at the top. Bring it down to your heart center in that prayer position. Take a moment, maybe close your eyes and just have a moment of gratitude. Last week I picked a positive affirmation snack from the Feel Good Mentally section of my book. I'm going to read another one out today, and it says, I accept, oh no, we did this one last week. I'm going to say, I am resilient, strong and brave, and I can't be destroyed. So can you say that to yourself? I am resilient, strong and brave, and I can't be destroyed. I hope you feel strong, and I'm very proud of everyone that joins in. My one request is that you share these workouts so I can help as many people as possible. Even if you just tell a friend to join or send them the link, please get more people moving. And the other request is to leave a comment, let me know how you get on, and please do more through the week. I will be live again with you next Friday at 10 o'clock, but until then, keep exercise snacking and keep hopefully using the Feel Good workouts on my YouTube channel. Saying goodbye to YouTube, and I'm going to talk to my amazing Zoom community. Well done to everyone. This will be safe for you to come back to. Super work. Well done, everyone.